Workplace insult create unique challenges for managers because every team member responds differently.
Yeah, big man in a suit of armor. Take that off, what are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Some employees confront issues head-on. Others withdraw completely, and many fall somewhere in between. Without understanding these personality-based reactions, managers often make conflicts worse by using one-size-fits-all solutions.
Don't do that.
But the DISC profile system reveals why these responses vary so dramatically and how to handle each one efficiently. After analyzing thousands of workplace conflicts, I've mapped out exactly how different personality types process insults and what they need from their managers. This guide shows you how to recognize these patterns and turn potential conflict into opportunities for team growth. The framework starts with understanding the response patterns. Workplace insults trigger distinct reaction based on personality types. These differences often create confusion for managers who apply one-size-fits-all solution to complex situations.
Man, what are we, a team? No, we're a chemical mixture that makes chaos. We're a time bomb.
The first step is to recognize the different personality types. When you're dealing with dominant types, they're looking at direct confrontation, immediate escalations, and they demand swift action. The influential people, they're processing emotionally. They share with their colleagues and their friends, and they're seeking validation, and they seek social support. A steady person will quietly withdraw from conflict. It will decrease their engagement in the team, and they will process the challenge individually and internally. The conscientious style people will detail, document, look at patterns, and analyze systematically what went wrong. What could I have done differently? So what is the impact? First of all, team productivity fluctuation during times of conflict. Communication can break down, and collaboration across teams can be disrupted. Critically, project timelines can be affected, and the morale of your staff can be impacted across different types. Now, from a management standpoint, it is important to understand these different approaches and how to approach each style. How you approach it and the timing can be very sensitive between the types, and the resolution expectation differ. At the same time, support requirements also vary between the different people. Understanding these distinct patterns transform reactive management into strategic management support. However, the recognition alone doesn't solve the immediate challenge of handling active conflicts.
Okay, you two in the conference room with me. Nobody leaves until we work this out. Cage match.
When insults occur, timing and approach determine wherever the situation escalates or gets resolved. Each DISC style requires specific, immediate interventions. For the dominant style, you want to take immediate action. You want to establish clear boundaries. If a dominant person have insulted someone else or yourself, you want to give them straight, direct feedback right away. They respond to power, and if you don't let them know when they step over the line, they are very likely to do so again. For influential people, you need to provide some emotional validation, but you also need to address the specific issue. Again, they often need to talk with other people. They want to converse about the challenge. For steady people, you want to create a safe space for them to express their emotions and how they feel about the situations, and allow them to maintain stability. That's how they feel comfortable. And you don't want them in a situation where they run away. Conscientious people, you want to enable a systematic documentation that establishes a clear process. You want to address them directly, but be very clear on the specific issues or challenges and write it down. When you have a situation with an insult, you want to document everything. So you want to document the incident specifics, the context and the details, an impact statement. So what happened? What was the impact? The action taken, and the follow-up parts. It's important to keep a professional atmosphere and have clear boundaries. You want to ensure clear communication guidelines throughout the process so people know what's happening. You want to set behavioral expectations for future incidents. You want to have a clear consequence framework so that it's clear to people what happens if these things repeat. And you want to have a great support mechanism. Even the person who might be doing the insult sometimes need help and support. And lastly, clear escalation protocols. You want to make sure that it is obvious to people how to escalate and deal with these kind of challenges. These immediate responses prevent further damage and set the stage for recovery. Yet long-term solutions require a more comprehensive approach. Next, we'll talk about developing prevention framework. How do you create systems that prevent workplace insult, saves resources, and maintain team cohesion? Each disc style contributes unique insights to prevention. From a communication guideline standpoint, the dominant people work with direct feedback protocols. The influential people work with social interaction norms. The steady people work with stable maintenance of the rules. And conscientious people process documentation standards. Team culture building. Cross-style understanding workshops teach people about different types of people. Communication skill development, conflict prevention training, and different style awareness exercises. Monitoring systems, early warning indicators, regular check-in and one-to-ones with your team, effective feedback mechanisms, and progress tracking. Strong prevention systems reduce incident frequency, but teams still need recovery strategies when issues arise. Next, we'll talk about recovery and reinforcement. Effective recovery transforms workplace insult into opportunities for team growth. Each disc style offers unique perspectives on rebuilding trust. Dominant people focused on action-oriented solutions. Influential people focused on social reintegration plans. Steady people focus on stability restoration. And conscientious people look at building systems that create improvements for implementation. Team building strategies. Cross-style collaboration exercises. Trust building activity. Communication reinforcement. Policy updates and training. Long-term success metric, engagement levels, productivity markers, communication quality, and team satisfaction scores. Implementing these frameworks create resilient teams that handles workplace tension productively. Your teams develop stronger communication channels, resolve conflicts faster, and maintain higher productivity levels. Most importantly, you create an environment where every team member feels valued and understood, regardless of their personality style. If you're interested in leveling up your management skills, check out my online course, The Effective Management Mastery, where I break down key processes to help you become a more effective leader and scale your business. Be sure to like, subscribe, and explore more videos to keep learning. I'll see you there.